Welcome back to your channel where the art is always random and so am I. Today we are doing a discussion video and a drawing, so in case you don't really care about the football part, enjoy the drawing part. So for Arsenal fans like my friend Torres, let's call it soccer. He is an Arsenal fan and doesn't know any better, so let's just pray for his team who is currently 0-3. So yeah, football is soccer, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, back to the video. Today we're here to talk about Ansu Fati getting Messi's number 10 jersey and how it's kind of a big deal. So Messi left Barcelona after like 17 years of being in the team, and he is the best player of all time and the greatest player who has ever played in that team and of all time, like I said right now. And he's basically was forced out of the team because of poor financial management of the club. They were paying people crazy money. They were paying a guy $8 million just to go be a scout, which to me shows that the president was basically probably friends with this guy, and it was like, yo, let me just give you a crazy amount of money, just go to Brazil or in South America and just pretend to look for players, because I don't even think they found anybody good over there. So they just were giving away money like crazy. They were paying people way too much money. Although they were the best club to make money every single year, they also blew through it like crazy just because, like I said, poor financial decisions. So let's get back to the jersey talk. Okay, so Ansu Fati today received the number 10 of Barcelona's greatest player, the greatest player of all time, La Pulga Messi. And just to give you some names right here and what they did, the previous number 10s from the last 20-30 years have been Maradona, which is considered one of the greatest players of all time, top 3, Pele, Messi, Maradona right there. Guardiola, one of the greatest coaches of all time, who also played for Barcelona and won them a Champions League, their first ever. Romario, which is one of the best forwards of all time as well. Rivaldo, one of the greatest Brazilian forwards of all time. Riquelme, a icon himself, number 10, who never really shined that much in Barcelona, but he is considered a legend in South America for Boca Juniors and so on. And then there was Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was the man who would dance and just bring a smile to everybody's face. Even the rival teams would cheer for him. Imagine you're, I don't know, so some of you guys can understand. You're the Boston Celtics and your player gets cheered in Los Angeles, or Los Angeles player gets cheered in the Celtics, and you're like, oh my god, like, we're supposed to hate each other, but this guy's so good that we're just gonna clap for him whenever he does something crazy. That's what it was. Ronaldinho, he was that guy. Then comes Messi, who completely breaks every single record the club has ever put out when it comes to goals, when it comes to goals per season, when it comes to international records. And now we are here to another example. Okay, so there was back like 10 years ago a kid named Bojan Kirkch, whatever his name is, let's just call him Bojan because his last name's hard to pronounce. He was really good in the underage groups. He was destroying all of Messi's previous records, and at the time Messi was probably like 22, probably around there, 23. Let's just say, I think he was like 22, and Bojan was 17. So Bojan came along. He was breaking Messi's records now, like youngest player to score in the Champions League, and so on. Everything was, oh, he's set up to be the next Messi. He was just showing glimpse of pure talent that you were like, oh my god, this is crazy. But what ends up happening was he was so overwhelmed with just hearing how good he was supposed to be that anxiety started kicking in and he started doubting himself. He had started getting mental problems, mental issues, to a point where it was a Spain game that he got called up for his country. He showed up or whatever, they didn't play him because apparently in the locker room he had a like anxiety attack and he just couldn't perform. So they ended up saying that, oh, he was sick. And then he just started talking about his mental health, how it just never really worked out the way it was supposed to because of just how much pressure there was. Imagine you are told that, oh, you're supposed to be the next Michael Jordan or the next Tom Brady, and it's kind of like, those are like once in a lifetime players. They could say you're good, you're going to be great, but they should never compare a young kid that young to be like the greatest of all time. So that's what ended up happening. I think Ansu Fati is way too young and irresponsible of Barcelona to actually give him that number, just for the simple fact that he's 18 or 19, somewhere along that line, and he hasn't really proven himself. He's just coming back from an injury that could have basically ended his career if he even makes it back, because we haven't really proved him back to the top level yet. So for giving a young kid like him who's coming out of an injury the most important number after your greatest player of all time left, that responsibility is way too big. So he might crash, or he might thrive under pressure and become even greater than he was before. So for him in the future, the way he was playing was he was going to be one of the best players in the world for sure, or at least in the top 10. So I do see him having a promising future. I personally like him. He seems like a really nice, humble kid who just wants to play and do the best for his team and his country. So that's one way to see it. But like I said, it's like way too early to tell for him. I just don't think they should have given him that number yet. They should have waited probably like a season or two, left the number alone. Nobody gets it till, you know, he's old enough to, I guess, to get it. But it is what it is. Let's hope for the best, because I am a Barcelona fan, and even though now I'm going to watch PSG games because of Messi, it is still sucks to see that, how bad the clubs have gotten. I'll do a resume, not a resume, I'll do like a little bio on it and everything going downhill from there, because somehow they owe 1 point something billion dollars. How do you owe that much? Well, there's a lot of stupid reasons, like I said earlier, giving a scout $8 million to go and look for players just because probably he's friends with the guy. Like, I have no proof or anything, I'm making stuff up, but I was just like, it would make sense to me. That's my friend. Let me give. Anyways, I'm getting off topic like I normally do, but let's see what happens with Ansu Fati. I really wish him the best of luck, because I do not want to see him fail, because he's really talented and I see him doing very, very well for the team later on. But expectations are set astronomically high to a point where they might never be reached, and it might hurt him later on down the line. But that's all I have to say. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully this video even made sense. Hopefully you like the drawing. I have a lot more work in progress videos to come. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm out.